She was designed to kill, trained to obey, and taught to feel nothing. They stripped her name, silenced her thoughts, and turned her into a living weapon of precision and fear. No one ever looked into her eyes without seeing a threat, until the day a wounded human soldier stumbled across her in the wreckage. He didn't raise his weapon. He raised his hand. And when he whispered, "You're safe now," something inside her cracked, something long buried beneath commands and scars. For the first time, she hesitated. For the first time, she felt. And that changed everything. They didn't give her a name. Just a code burned into her collar and a list of targets she'd never meet. She was grown, not born, engineered in the black vats beneath a fortress that smelled of ozone and ash. The war needed more efficient killers, so they made her efficient. Her body was perfect, fast-twitch muscles, flexible bones, lungs that never tired. Her skin, deep cobalt blue, resisted heat and steel alike. Her long white hair flowed like snow, always pulled back before missions. Her ears were long and cornered like blades, and from her forehead, small crystalline horns caught light like broken glass. She didn't scream when they broke her. She didn't flinch when they forced her into neural cages. Every time she hesitated, they reprogrammed her deeper. Emotion was a glitch. Mercy treason. The others like her, Batch 12, Batch 17, they faded during testing. Only she remained. Not because she was the strongest, but because she stopped asking why. The battlefield was her only home. When the war ended, there were no medals. Just silence. The facility powered down. The generals vanished. The orders stopped coming, so they abandoned her. She remained in stasis, sealed in the vault beneath a collapsed city, an old weapon left to rust. Until he found her. Elias wasn't a soldier anymore. Not really. Just a volunteer on a relief team clearing ruins, hunting for survivors, data, anything that could bring closure. He found her in the dark. A vault cracked open by time and quake. She was still in cryo, eyes shut, posture rigid. Her armor had long since fused to her skin. Form-fitting black plating along her limbs and torso, flared at the hips, exposing her arms and thighs to reveal ports, scars, and cables. He didn't know what she was. Not at first. But he saw the shape of her, half-curled, frozen in tension. Not dead. Just waiting. She opened her eyes before he touched her. He staggered back as she pulled free of the cryo grip with a metallic hiss, body steaming, eyes glowing faint silver. She landed softly on her feet, scanning the room, then him. "Identify," she said. Her voice was flat, measured. "I'm not here to hurt you," he whispered, hands raised. "My name is Elias. You're free." She paused. The word confused her. "I am active. Where is command?" "There is no command," he replied. "The war is over." She swayed slightly, as if the words didn't compute. "Then I am obsolete." "No," he said, carefully stepping closer. "You're still breathing. That makes you something more." She didn't attack. That surprised them both. He brought her back to the surface. She didn't speak. She barely blinked. The others told him to get rid of her, to hand her over to the cleanup corps. She was dangerous, a relic of violence. But Elias didn't see a weapon. He saw a girl too still to be alive and too alive to be gone. He gave her a cot, clean water, a datapad, a name. "Vara," he said, smiling at her over breakfast. "It means survivor." She didn't respond. But she didn't reject it. Over time, she began to observe. She'd sit in corners, silent, watching crews joke, argue, eat. She mimicked their posture, their tone, but never their laughter. Her body healed, but her eyes stayed guarded. No one trusted her. They whispered as she passed. Killer. Sleeper. Weapon. She heard it all. But she never reacted. Until the fire. An explosion rocked the camp. Supplies burned. People screamed. The exit collapsed. Elias was trapped beneath fallen steel, leg pinned. Flames inched toward the fuel tanks. She stood at the edge, surrounded by smoke and confusion. Orders didn't guide her. Instinct didn't press her. But his voice echoed from the chaos. "Help, someone please." She moved. Without command. Without reason. Just choice. She tore through debris, lifting steel like paper. Her spine flared blue as she pulled Elias free and carried him through the smoke. Her hands bled. Her lungs burned. She didn't stop. Not until he was safe. He coughed, gripping her wrist. His eyes met hers, terrified but thankful. "You came back," he said, voice raw. She stared at his hand on her skin. She didn't pull away. "I remembered your voice," she murmured. "In the dark." From that day forward, everything changed. She spoke more slowly, cautiously. She watched the stars at night, asked questions she never dared before. Why do people laugh? What is rest? What does it mean to be safe? Elias answered each one with patience. He didn't treat her like a machine. He didn't expect her to become something else overnight. He just let her be. And one evening, as they walked under the moonlight across cracked stone, she hesitated. Elias, she said, stopping him. He turned. Yeah. She extended her hand, fingers trembling slightly. No one has ever touched me without fear, she whispered. He stepped forward, gently taking her hand. It was warm. You're safe now, Vara, he said. She closed her eyes. And for the first time in her life, her real life, she smiled. Not because someone told her to, but because someone meant it.